Yeah. One second. Yet I not share the screen. No? Neha, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Akash.
Now can you see my screen?
Hmm.
Okay, this is a data here. Now I am telling about the pivot table today. Okay, here this is a data. What you can see in the data is the product names. The product is purchased by customer. Then what is the value? Whether he is purchased in quarter one or two, three or four. Okay.
Yes.
See, Alice Mutton is a product. That product is purchased. These all customers, correct? Then again, Answered syrup is a product. The customers are purchased. These all customers are purchased, and this is a pricing detail. Now, on this data, what I have to do is I have to analyze this data or simplify. What is the total sales of Alice Mutton product in quarter one, two, three, and four? Then what is the customer? Anton is customer purchase Alice Mutton. Even he can purchase a other product also, correct? Yes, see, Anton is again purchase the Baston Grab meat. So end of the day, just I think here if you want to check only the Anton product, Anton details, what you will do normally? I want to check only the Anton product
Will filter.
filter. Then you will filter only the Anton here, correct? Now we get only the Anton transactions. So like this only, I have to based on requirement, I have to filter. So that's why to simplify the data on the working with a chart, we have to work on a pivot table. Understood? What why pivot table is useful? I say. So how we can insert the pivot table now? I will tell you that. So you should be on within your data, or you can select the whole data. No problem. Go to the insert tab. In insert, you can see the first option, insert pivot table. Click on that. Once you click on that pivot table, you can see the data. One dialog box here. In this, you can see the table array automatically it selected whole table. Your data range it will select. Then you want to insert a pivot table in a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. So I want to add a insert a pivot table in new worksheet. Then just give OK. Automatically, it will create a sheet 2. Then you can see the pivot table fields here. Pivot table fields in called see product, customer, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. These all what? These all the header names what we have the source data. This is I will rename as a source data. This is a source data or raw data. See, product is a first header, customer, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all fields you can see it here now. Okay, then pivot table fields is called if you want to take that product in a filter or if you want to take that customer in a columns or a row or values. Here, just what you can do is I want to take that product name in a row. Just I will drag and drop it in a row field. Can you see all the names of the product here?
Yes.
Yes, here you can see only the unique names, not a duplicates. Here in source data, it's a repeated Alice method many times, but here you can't see that. Only one time you will get that product. Okay. Then customer, I will drag and drop in a column. You can see all the columns, all the customer names are displayed in a column wise. Then quarter one, this is a value field. Actually, here in this head column, I have values. So you have to put in a value field. Can you see what you are getting now? Alice mutton is purchased by Bergs in 312. This is a pricing. So can we were doing a sum ifs. You remember, guys?
Hmm.
We are applying a sum ifs formula, right? Sum ifs. First the sum range. I am taking a first sum range is a quarter one as a range. Then criteria range one taking product. In that product I am looking for Anton. Then customer. In that customer I am looking for Anton here. Alice mutton with the Anton combination. So that sum if is how we doing in a Excel, we can do that by using pivot table also. Understood? If anybody is asked, without using sum ifs, can you do the sum of some of different criteria or combination? Yes, we can do by using pivot table. Understood?
Hmm. Yes.
Now, I don't want that customer. If you don't want that field, just you can drag and drop it outside, or you can check and uncheck here, no problem. Okay. Now you can see only the sum if here. What is the total sales of Alice Mutton in a quarter one? If you want to don't want that quarter one now, remove it. Just you can put in a values. You can see the quarter two sum range. Sum range is the quarter two details. If you want one and two together, you can just drag and drop it. You can see quarter one and two sum here. Understood?
Yes.
Muthu, is it clear? If you want to count, what you will do? If you want count, right click on that value summarized by. When you right click on a value, when you right click on a value, you can see value summarized by count. You can see only the count. Sum of quarter one, count of quarter two. Understood?
This count represent what?
The combination, how many times Alice Mutton is repeated.
Okay, in the quarter two.
Yes. In quarter two means quarter two or no, it will not matter here, quarter one or two, because just you are doing a count if. Count if when you're doing first range and criteria is enough. Understood? See just how many times Alice Mutton is repeated. 13 times you can see here. That 13 times it's a giving here in a count. Understood?
Okay.
Any confusion or doubt here? So if you want ifs, what you can do is that pivot table fields we can't see now, because if you are in a pivot table, then only that option will enable here. Okay. Then customer I will drag and drop in a customer field. This is how we can do sum, count and average. Average if you want, right click on this, value summarized by average. Here you can see average also. If you want some, right click, value summarized by sum. Clear? Any confusion or doubt?
But in average also it is giving the same value?
Because same value is there, no? Other different data is there, then different it will give. Only one time it's repeated. That's why it's giving same average.
Okay.
Then we can use by using pivot table, we can do sum, count, and average. Okay, got it. Then this is how by using pivot table we can do sum, count, and average. Let's move with the next thing in this. I will insert a pivot table again. I should be in a data first. Insert pivot table. I want to take again new worksheet. Then okay. Here see, I will drag and drop product in a row. Again customers also I will take in a same row only. Can you see the Alice Mutton is product, main product. Then these are all the customers, correct?
Yes.
Then quarter one I will take in the values 2, then 3 and 4. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Then now, this is a data, the main product and what all the customers are purchased here, correct?
Yes.
I want to analyze this. To analyze, I will insert a chart on this. Go for the insert, then chart, then select. This chart is giving overall picture, correct? Entire picture it's a giving now. What I can do is, I will take product in a filter field. You can filter here. Now I want to check only the Alice Mutton details. Then okay. It will filter and chart is also automatically updating, correct?
Akash, can you please insert this chart again? I missed it actually.
Okay, 1 second. I will remove clear all selected. Okay. Be on a pivot table. Go for the insert. Then you can you see the charts here? You can see the chart, column chart, line chart, or pie chart, those
Yes.
things. Based on your requirement, you can select the any chart. This is chart is giving all the things first. I'm
It
taken
will it will automatically take the pivot
yes.
tables detail. Okay.
No. This is a normal chart only. Okay, the
Okay.
pivot chart and there is a no difference at all. Normal chart and pivot chart. Better you can work with a normal chart only. Then see, I drag and drop that product in a filter field. You can have an option to filter here. That's it. When you're taking any field with a filter, you can see the option is not shown here. Just that will be available in a first cell in a sheet. Okay. Now I don't want this. Again, I will take. So here, can you see the green color line? This is a before that column or after that customer column. I not want this product column. I want before the customer. So green color should be on top. Okay, now what I will do is instead of using filter option here, there is a option in fair table that is slicers, where you can see that slicers. When you are in a pivot table, you can see the pivot table tools on top. The extra field tab options is added here. When you are outside, you can't see the pivot table options here. You should be within a pivot table. Then go for the analyze. Here you can see the insert slicer option. Once you click on the slicer, header wise slicer options you will get. You want to insert a slicer based on product or customer. I want to take both product and customers. I select it, both two options, then give OK. Can you see now the slicers is added? Snail.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to change a slicer color and all, because when you are in a slicer, you can see the slicer tool options here. So I will select the change it color. Now I have a many customers. So what I will do is I will increase the little bit of slicer width. Then I will increase the column numbers here. You can add up many columns here. Okay, because customers are more, we have to drag it in a down continuously. Instead of that, you can increase that slicer width. Then later you can increase the columns here. Understood? So what is the use of this slicer? If you want to check only the Alice Mutton details, just click on this. Automatically it will get filter your data. In that Alice Mutton product, these are the active customers, correct? Then now what I will do, I want to check only the Anten details. In that Alice Mutton product, Anten customer details. Automatically the data is filtered, chart is also updated, correct?
Yes.
If you want to edit the chart or if you want to change the design style, so click on this. You can select the style which you want. The number if you want to take this or anything else. You can select and then chart is ready now. So again, if you don't want to filter this, again I want to see the entire data. Clear filter is here cancel. Now I want to check only the Anten and bus product details. Anten is here. Then if you want to take a multiple selection, just use a control key, control and press it. Click on that. You can see the now details of Anten and bus details. Clear?
Mm.
Was this? Then this is how we can do this pivot table options. Okay. This is a working with a slicer. Any doubt or confusion? Muttu? Yeah.
When we'll do that time only we'll be like confusion where to go, what to do.
Yeah.
Now it's clear.
Okay. Then now later I will tell you about design part in this. Okay. Then if you don't want to use the subtotals, do not show subtotals. Means you should be on a design pivot table tools, design, subtotals, do not show subtotals. You can't see the subtotals now. I want to see all subtotals bottom of the group. You can see subtotals is bottom side now. Then so all subtotals are top of the group. Again subtotals you can see on top. This is how we can adjust the subtotals whether in top or bottom. That's it. Then grand total. Grand total you can see at last first. Correct? Grand total C is always be a last year. So if you want to design that you don't want to show that off for a row column. Grand total will goes away. Now we can't see the pivot table tool options and this because we are outside the pivot table now. Again click, then you can see this. If you want to again enable that on for a row column, again it will be normal. Then if you want to show the totals only in a row or only in a column, you can use that option also. Then report layout. What is this report layout? If you want to change the style of the pivot table or you want to adjust the different columns, I want to take this product and customers are in the same column. I want to take the sub products in the next column. There you can go with the design option, then report layout. So in a config form, this is a config form what we have now. Outline form. You can see the customer name in the outside format. Then tabular. Most of the people will use this. This is a very important thing. Just it will give a clear picture. The subtotals in a bottom side, and you can see the borders is applied for this. This is a properly you can visual analyze. Means it is a very easy to recognize here. What is the first column? What is the second column? So tabular is a very useful and easily we can analyze here. Then repeat all item labels means the every time customer product name is repeated here. Then if you don't want to repeat that, do not repeat item labels. Again, it will be normal. Then blank row. Insert blank line after each item. In every item, one blank row is inserted here. If you don't want, remove blank line after each item. It will remove the blank items again. Then, if you want to change this pivot table style means color and all, if you want to change this, here blended row or not, you need blended row or blended columns. Alternative columns is hidden colored. Then color, if you want to change the color, select the color. I don't want blended column, just I want a blended row here, or I don't want that. Then I will select. Then it's applied. This is all about the pivot table design option. Just if you want to change the subtotals and grand total, if you want to tabular format, then inserting a blank line after each item. This is all about a pivot table design options. Till here, I told you about how to do by using pivot table, how to do a sum, count, and average, then working with a slicer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Slicer. Now, I will tell you the important part in this topic, pivot table, is how to update the data when the transactions is adding. See, for example, the transactions we have till first row to 278 row, correct? The data
Yes.
will not be accurately this because the day by day the transactions will be happening, correct? Automatically the pivot table should get refreshed. So that's what main people, if the people don't know how to update, they will do manually. I will show you that. I will insert a pivot table, new worksheet. Okay. Okay. Here, product, I will take in a row. Customers, again, I will take in a row. Quarter one details, I will take in a 3 and 4. Okay. Now, what I will do is, can you observe the grand total here? 24,612, 43,435. Then some totals we have. When the transactions is adding here, just I will add some transactions here. Okay, transactions is added. It's not updated automatically here. When you see this pivot table here, 24,612. It's there only before what the total was. Now, how we can update that? So one thing, you can go with the analyze, change data source. Can you see this option, change data source? Click on that, change data source. When we were inserting the pivot table, the range is selected from 1 to A1 to F278. But now the data is updated. So what we have to do, we have to remove this. Again, we have to select the entire data manually. We have to select that Control Shift down arrow key and right arrow key. Now A1 to F2 84. 78 is become 6 transactions extra added. So I selected the table array. Just I will give OK. Now we can see the change total is changed automatically. Correct?
Yes.
I will repeat you again this. Go for the analyze, change the data source. Automatically, once you click on this, it will take you the source data. Then just you have to remove that data range. Then you have to set that data range manually again. Just give OK. Every time we have to do the same thing for the creating a table, updating the PO table or updating the data. So that's not good every time selecting manually. So what we can do is source data we can convert as a format as table. How we can convert a format as table? Be on a data. Here you can see in a home tab format as table. Then select any one of this format. Then okay, source data we have to convert. Remember source data. I converted a format as table. Okay, now what I will do is I will update the data again. Okay, now if you want to refresh the pivot table or update the pivot table, we were doing analyze and change data source. Now it's a not required. If the source data is a format as table, just what you can do is refresh all. See, when you click the refresh all, total will get changed. Total will change. Just observe the total here. I will just clicking here refresh all. Automatically, total will get changed here. Two ways we can update the pivot table. One way is to change the data source and we can select the data range, or else source data we can convert as a format as table. Later once you convert the format as table, just you can analyze and refresh all or refresh. That's how we can update the pivot table. Understood?
Mm. Akash, can you just show once again how to convert that data as table?
Be on a data,
Hmm.
format as table, then select any one of this. You have to convert it to format as table. That's it.
Okay. If we add new data there, it will be like in the table format only.
Yes, whenever automatically it will append that data. See, I will just copy and paste it. It will convert automatically.
Hmm.
When you
But
added a new
this is
name.
already in the table format
No, no,
which
no.
we
I am adding
have.
Akash here.
Okay.
Then Neha. Then see the transactions. Okay. Then automatically it will take. It's a mine like that.
Okay.
Hmm. This is how we can update the pivot table. Then how to work with the. So this is updating pivot. Next in source data, I will add a one column date. I'm telling about now how to work on timeline. I have a transactions, a day-wise transactions I mentioned here. 2001. Date column I added to the source data. I will go and insert the pivot table. So how to work with the existing worksheet? Because already I already have a worksheet. I want to insert the pivot table not in a new, in this existing worksheet. Timeline is a worksheet name. I want to insert the pivot table here in this. Already I have sheet. So what I have to do is insert pivot table. Instead of selecting a new worksheet, we have to select existing worksheet. Okay. Then location, where I have to insert the pivot table. Just you have to activate that worksheet and just you have to click on a cell. Then okay, the pivot table is inserted here. First it will be blank. So date, I will take in a row. You can see the date is showing it's only in a 1 second here. It's a problem in search that I guess. This is the data what we have. Inserted a pivot table here. So the date is giving year wise. I want to take that, right click. Here you can see the group option. I want to group by day, month and year wise. Just okay. Now the date is showing from this to this. It was taking blank. One second. Timeline. Search data. I will go for the insert, pivot table, existing worksheet. Then location is, timeline is the thing. Location will start from 3. Then okay. I will take a dates in a row. Products. The dates is showing a like a year wise. I want to show that, right click, group. I want to take this day. I don't want quarter, day, month and year wise. It should display. Just okay. It's a display here. Product. Again, I will drag and drop in a row field. Customers also I will take in a row field. Quarter 1 values 2, 3, then 4. Okay. So once you do done this, I want to insert a chart on the same. Insert chart for the pivot table. Insert it. Then this is a giving all transaction details. I want to filter the data day wise or month wise or year wise. Think. I want to check 2002 January details. Understood? So if you're doing manually, you have to go. It's a difficult to filter here. You understood?
Yes, yes.
So for that only, how slicer we have, the same way we have a timeline option. This timeline options will work only for the dates. Okay, it will take a date on header. Just okay. This is a timeline what we have. I want to see the 2002 January details. So first here year wise filter we have to give 2002. Then here month wise January. You can see only the January transactions in that. 2002 January, in that particularly you're looking for a day transactions. I'm going here, day wise, I will check only the 3 day. The transaction here we have one transactions. If you want to check a multiple, when you over on the mouse, cursor will changing, just you can drag to select the multiple dates here. Understood? Is it clear?
Yes, but too many things.
Yeah, so many things. Okay. Muthu, you are recording the session, right? Okay. Can you do that? Attach my mail. Attach to Neha also. Okay. You will how will you send that? Google Drive. Okay. Try to send me and Neha also. Okay. Okay, Neha. You will get that recording later. You can check that. Okay. Okay. Then this is all about working on timeline, working on slicer. Both are the filter options. These two that don't get confusion here. Source data first, how to do a sum, count and average, then updating the pivot table, then timeline, then slicer. Then design part is a very easy, that easily you will understand that. Okay. Then this is enough today because guys are confusing about this. Just you guys practice on this first. Then tomorrow
Yes.
I will tell you when how to work a different pivot table with the same slicer. Okay. Then I have to tell the other option also here, calculate field and calculate set. So those things we'll discuss tomorrow. Just you can have a practice on this. I will mail you the same file. Just you can try to practice on this. According to that, we can decide. Okay. Just what you can do is you can copy and paste this source data in a one workbook and try to practice these all things what I explained today. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Then see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Hmm.
Muthu, please send me that recording. Okay.